Yo, if Julius Randle is out here on the court like his son was, I could definitely understand why the Knicks are keeping this man on the roster. Julius Randle is the highest overall player on 2K. I don't know about that, my guy. But looking at this, today we're going to be doing a rebuild, a realistic rebuild of the New York Knicks. And I think it's going to be a banger. If you guys missed yesterday's video, which was a Among Us rebuilding challenge on 2K, check out that video. It was flames. But we're back here, man. And of course, RJ Barrett, man. He's untouchable because I really want to keep this man on this team the entire time. And I think his rookie season, he got a lot of flack for stuff that was out of his control. So let's come up and let's pull up and let's save this franchise. So obviously, we have the 8th pick in this year's draft. And I can already tell you this right now. It's not going to be easy at all. I mean, we got Tibbs playing RJ 40 minutes a game. How's that going to work? But of course, getting into this year's draft, I mean, there's always surprises in the draft. We're doing it realistically in 2K's light. So every move on 2K has to be justified. So we're in the NBA draft. Anthony Edwards goes first. I would love to get a point guard like Lamelo, Killian Hayes, Tyrese Halliburton, maybe even RJ Hampton, but definitely Cole Anthony as well. But Melo goes second, Onyeka goes third, Obi Toppin goes Cole Anthony fifth to the Cavs. Okay, another point guard, I guess. And I mean, we could get Killian Hayes here, but somebody that is here is James Wiseman. Now, I know. Now look, I'm smart, man, and I think Leon Rose is actually smart. Well, James Wiseman is a top 3 prospect. We have to trade this draft pick, so let's find some suitors. And somebody that would make sense is Washington. They have the 9th pick, but nah, bruh. You give us next year's pick protected. We don't give you a draft pick. That's not how this thing works. Like that is definitely not how this thing works. Look, if you're not willing to actually talk with us, we can talk with somebody else. Yeah, this ain't it, bro. Nah. We're good on that deal. That is trash. So we actually decide, yo, what about the Phoenix Suns? The Phoenix Suns could be willing to actually trade up. It really depends on what we actually want to do right here, and are not even all that bad. Elfrid Payton for Ty Jerome, we'll take that deal. So we move down to pick number 10, and let's see who the Suns take. Killian Hayes. All right, so maybe we played ourselves. Maybe we played ourselves here. And the Wizards, what are you guys gonna do? They take RJ Hampton. So our boy James Wiseman is still there. Now we could consider trading down. I'm pretty sure if San Antonio has a chance to get James Wiseman, they most definitely will. But his mid-range is a B+. And after doing some research on some scouting reports, it turns out that people believe that he has a really nice mid-range shot. Yo, this might actually be able to work out, but we already have Mitchell Robinson. You know what? I think I'm gonna pull the trigger, and we're gonna pick up James Wiseman, man. We're gonna try this thing out. We're gonna work on that man's jump shot. I've got him a lot in rebuilds, and he always ends up with a jumper. So, look, as of right now, it's definitely possible. So, since we couldn't get our point guard earlier, we got Kira Lewis with a late first-round pick, and also Tyrese Maxey in the 2nd round. Low-key, a really good draft. We have like 1,000 point guards, but before anything, let's go ahead and let's change up James Wiseman, because if the midi is there, we might as well play him at power forward, and he's an 80 overall, and he goes up to an 83, so that's definitely a W. But still, man, point guards. Frank Ntilikina is somebody that I'd be interested in keeping. Obviously, we just got Kira Lewis. I want him to end up starting for us, so DSJ and Ty Jerome, we don't need you boys. So we're actually going to find a trade right here, and I mean, this makes sense for both sides. The Pistons want out of Tony Snell's contract. He has a player option. I'm desperate enough to make this deal happen because I want draft picks. So I'm down for this deal, and I think they're going to actually accept this deal. Now, their pick is protected, and they agree to it. So they get a write-off, and we get a draft pick in case, you know, they aren't that bad. So it really is a win-win from our side. Now, getting into it, this is our lineup for this season. Frank Ntilikina, RJ Barrett, Kevin Knox, Wiseman, and Robinson. Yeah, we're going to be a bad team, and I am ready for us to be a bad team. RJ Barrett is the #1 scoring option, and you know, RJ, I'm praying for your knees, boy. They got us as blind, but we're somehow the 22nd ranked team on power rankings. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a really interesting season, guys. And if you guys have not already, I forgot, like up this video as we blow out the Nuggets. And look at Barrett, 29. He obliterated the Nuggets, but of course on terrible efficiency. But anyways, guys, it's going to be a long season. And I'll see you guys at the end of season #1, and let's see if we surprise some of these teams. And at the end of season #1, we won 31 games, and I'm honestly not that happy about that because that's a little bit too many games for us to be winning right now. Like, no. I honestly wanted us to lose a lot more games, but unfortunately, we were not able to, pull that off. But LeBron's MVP. Melo is Rookie of the Year. And yeah, he's also Sixth Man of the Year as well. And yeah, for the most part, I don't care about any of these awards at all. Not gonna lie to you. As far as this, James Wiseman makes All Rookie First Team. He put up numbers. I know he's now an 86 overall. The league's in trouble. The league's in trouble. I'm telling you, the league's in trouble if that is his overall right now. But of course, we did not make the playoffs. But let's actually peep the standings real quick, because 31 wins. How bad was that? So, all right. So second worst team in the conference. Okay, so everything was really, really close. The Pistons were just a different level of bad, which means they keep the draft pick this year, but at least we get it the year after that. He went crazy this season, man. And how does he feel about that? He feels like he was most improved player. Like he should have been in. Honestly, I agree with him. Granted, he wasn't that efficient, but that jump in points per game is definitely something that needs to be considered. Like for real, stop the cap. James Wiseman was second in our points, and Julius Randle was still getting too many minutes off of the bench. He needs to stop playing on this team. Like, he was playing a little bit too much, but let's sim this entire playoffs. No, that is heck no. See, we're going to go ahead and sweep this under the rug, because 2K Sim is always on some nut stuff. You mean Kevin Love and Cole Anthony led this team to a championship? Nah, I cannot rock with that at all, my boy. So heading into the draft lottery, they're saying that we're getting the first overall pick because of the Pistons, and the second because, the Knicks were also a garbage team as well. But let's hop into the draft lottery. We end up with the 5th pick and the 10th pick. Yeah, that's the Knicks lottery luck. Sorry. Let's just hop in the draft and let's see who we can get. I mean, maybe Evan Mobley's there and we just trade the pick. Honestly, I want to trade this pick. I'm not going to lie to you. At the 5th overall pick, Cade Cunningham is still on the board. Kuminga is there as well. Jalen Johnson is there now. Initially, I really want to trade this pick. We have the 10th pick, 13th pick as well. I want to trade this pick in Julius Randle. So Zach LaVine, at least he wants to get out of Chicago a little bit. I might do the Zach LaVine deal. I don't know. I mean, it's promising, and I feel like it's realistic. Like, it's not too left, but I don't want to trade that for that. Like, it's really just not worth it at that point. And then Zion is already hating the Pelicans, and he wants out of New Orleans immediately. Now, unfortunately, we cannot trade for him, which really, really sucks on our part. But, I mean, James Harden, he's going to be a free agent soon, so we don't need to even worry about that. And none of these guys are under contract, and I'm just not trading for any of them. Kyle Lowry, So, yeah, let's just draft Cade with this first pick. And then, I mean, the 10th pick, Zaire Williams will be the move here, I guess. But on some real stuff, whoever we draft in this draft, it doesn't matter. They're more than likely going to be used as trade pieces to trade for a superstar. Like, that's one of the biggest reasons for doing this in general, is I need some trade assets. And most of the guys that I want are on expired deals. So we're going to have to just wait and be patient. So we got a lot of good guys. We also picked up Scotty Barnes, Jalen Suggs, and Dante as well. And yeah, we're going to sign. Okay, it's not letting us sign all of them. And I don't know who I can get rid of right now. So yeah, I guess we're just not going to sign Jalen Suggs. And he's a really good player. But yeah, I guess that's just not the move. Now, heading into free agency, of course, why does 2K have it to where they don't bring back RJ Barrett? He was just the 3rd pick like 2 seasons prior. That makes no sense. And Tony Snell helped us out and declined his player option. So, I mean, looking at some of these Cade shorts, Stephen Curry, if this was a regular rebuild, I would do that in a heartbeat. But there's no way that I can justify that trade. Maybe if we got Steph like later on in free agency, but I definitely cannot trade for that, man. And heck no, there's no way that the Warriors even want to even look or entertain. Well, then again, they do have Melo, but yeah, we're not getting Steph. So you guys already know the vibes. Cade Cunningham was just drafted 5th overall, and at this point, I do not need Kevin Knox. So the Kings want to offer me this deal where we take on Harrison Barnes' contract, which is horrendous for the next 2 seasons. They get Kevin Knox, who's 19 and has 1 more year left on his deal. They want to just throw us picks, and I'm going to take it. I'm sorry. I got to take it. And looking at this year's, roster, I couldn't trade away most of these guys, but, it's not the worst thing because they can just develop on the bench. And, Kyra Lewis is finally getting his time to start. Barrett, Cade, James Wiseman, Mitchell. This team is very, very promising. And I think that we have a chance to shock the entire league. And of course, as I say that we just get smacked by Portland. Yeah, this is definitely not going to be one of those faster rebuilds. I mean, the Knicks need a lot of work. So we were actually pretty decent this season. I mean, 44 wins is a massive upgrade for this team, and Giannis is now on the Dallas Mavericks. I don't like 2K at all, bro. This is like a crazy, scary team, and Cade Cunningham is Rookie of the Year. 12.7 boards, 10 assists. A really good all-around season for my top 5 draft pick. Hey, look, 1 year with Cade, we're already back in the playoffs. Now, let's peep those stats. Now, whoa, RJ Barrett, 26 points per game. He really went off, and right behind him was James Wiseman, then Mitchell Robinson. Yo, Mitchell Robinson legit never does this well. So I'm actually, I'm pretty surprised about how good this team actually was. So getting straight into the playoffs, we got Brooklyn in round number 1, and Brooklyn got KD, Kyrie. You guys know that they chose to go to Brooklyn over playing in MSG, man. You guys know how Knicks fans feel about that. So game number 1, they take that game, and yeah, right now it's not looking all that good for us. They take game number 2, and yeah, Brooklyn just sweeps us. But don't worry, man, we're gonna be back with a vengeance because I really don't like how they did this. And of course, Giannis wins MVP. Bro, that team is so stacked. But this year, in the 2022 NBA draft, we end up with the 3rd overall pick. Yo, shouts out to Detroit. Now, heading straight into it, first off, I need to get a new coach. We like Tibbs, and I decided to go with Jacob Underwood instead of Mike D'Antoni, which I hope was the right choice, but I don't think Knicks really want Mike back like that. But getting straight into the NBA draft, I want to trade this draft pick. Unless it's Imani Bates, it's really useless for me to even, like, draft anybody here. So if we can trade this draft pick, that would be great. We have the 11th pick as well. Chris Middleton is not going to do the job for us, and neither is Clint Capella. So I really do not know what I want to do with this draft pick, but it has to get moved. So, I mean, we can go after guys like De'Aaron Fox. He's not happy. He wants out of Sacramento badly. Yo, John Morant is feeling reckless. I'm done with Memphis. He wants out as well. The only thing that sucks is that these guys are, like, you can't trade for them right now because they don't have contracts. So getting into it, I guess we're going to be taking Max Christie, I guess. He's the best player here, and once again, same thing as last year. The goal is to trade these guys because we honestly do not need them on our team at all with this draft pick yet. Imani Bates, man. Whoever made this draft class made that man so overpowered. But with this next pick, Patrick Baldwin, we're going to actually go ahead and welcome you to the team as well. And yeah, other than that, we got a lot of work to do because, like I said before, letting any of these guys stay on this team, like, at this point, they're just all pieces, and they're all relatively good overalls as well. So obviously, yo, 2K needs to stop messing it up, man. We're bringing RJ Barrett back, and we need a free agent superstar on this team. So we got to see what we can actually do. So KD, nah, KD's not realistic, man. But Miami? Cut it out. Cut it out. Luka's not signing here, but maybe James Harden. James Harden. The Rockets just had the number 1 overall draft pick. I don't think that James Harden wants to play with that. Steph is here. The Clippers were going after Stephen Curry. We had to go after Steph Curry and fix the mistake that they made on draft night. That would be a great pickup for us, but he is 31 and he's already starting to regress. So, I mean, I like James Harden. James Harden is a 95 overall, and he can play point guard for us as well. So, one of those guys is coming here. We're just going to pick and choose who we actually want. So, the choice between Steph and James Harden is very, very hard. I mean, both of them have their benefits, of course. We're out of money. We got to release all of these guys, and yeah, before we make our decision, I think we got to make a trade. Yeah, we definitely have to make a trade. We got a lot of bad players on our team right now. So if we can move Harrison Barnes, that would be great. But also some of these other guys, like maybe go after Zion. Zion hates New Orleans as well. Him and Jaw both want out. So if we can go after those 2 guys, that would be awesome. We're offering them a bag. Scotty Barnes, Max was just the 3rd overall pick, draft picks. These boys are not trading Zion, even though Zion tells them that he's leaving. See, this is what franchises do, man. This is what they do. It makes no sense. But after going back and forth with them, I mean, we decided to, like, flip Harrison Barnes. We have to give up some draft picks. And then also with Zaire Williams as well. But eventually we are able to, you know, get that money along with trading our boy Adam. And I'm going to choose James Harden, man. Like, the fact that Curry is regressing. Plus, I think that James Harden has a higher chance of leaving Houston than Steph does leaving Golden State. So we're going to pick up James Harden, play him at point guard. And this should be very, very fun. So he goes down to a 93 at point guard, but James Harden, RJ Barrett, Cade Cunningham, James Wiseman, and Mitchell Robinson, that's our starting lineup. And off the bench, we got Scotty Barnes, Kyra Lewis, and we ended up keeping Baldwin and Christie as well. This could actually make for a fun team. Now, they have us as a buying team, but I really want to see how good we actually are. They got us ranked 3rd. Oh, yeah. This team for sure is going to wreak some havoc on the league, guys. Predict our records before you guys see it, because I feel like this team is going to be one of the best teams in the East. I mean, RJ Barrett is progressing at a ridiculous rate. He's already in 86 overall, and all of our guys are playing really, really good, and we just smacked the mess out of the Utah Jazz. And James Harden went for 47. Oh, yes. Barrett is shooting efficiently. It's going to be a good season. I know it is. And at the end of this season, we win 60 games, and AD is this year's MVP. Now, I'd really see that happen, but I mean, good for him. Like, shouts out to AD. Imani Bates is Rookie of the Year in Houston. See, even though he won that, James Harden ain't playing with a rook. No way. James Harden is All-NBA second team for the squad, and that's all that we actually get. And we're the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference in Cleveland. Like, I still don't get how Cleveland won that championship in year #1. It makes no sense still. But James Harden led us in scoring, really good efficiency all over the board, and RJ Barrett was good. His numbers went down, but I mean, for the most part, a really good team. And James Harden, that man was incredible, and he has RJ Barrett shooting incredible. You guys remember his splits from earlier on? He was shooting terrible from the field, but now James Harden is setting him up right. Round 1 versus Cleveland. They got Mo Bamba, Kayla. They didn't win a championship in that first season, so let me not slight on them a little bit too much. But we are going to sim the entire round, and we just sweep them boys. Next up, we got Philly. They got the same team that they have in real life, except Zaire Smith is starting now. I would tell you this, I am not afraid of Philly at all, and let's just sim this entire round. Beat them in 5, and we got Miami. They got Kevin Durant, but they lost Jimmy. They got Montrezl Harrell, and they got Bam, so they got Tyler Hero. This team kind of scares me, but we take game 1, and we're up 3-0 on the Miami Heat, and they get swept. The Lakers, let's run it up on the Lakers. Wait, whoa. Kyrie, LeBron, AD, and Gobert? Now, how on earth can the Lakers afford this? Tell me how, Sway. These dudes all got big contracts. They got Rudy Gobert, AD. Kyrie came back and teamed up with LeBron. I don't think he's doing that. They got bro, no way. No freaking way. This team is actually, and they have Kendrick Nunn on the bench. No way. Now, they take game 1. We got to simcast everything because I really don't want to take an L like that. But let's just simcast it because it's not looking good for us at all. We pulled through. Let's just go slowly. Let's go slowly. Overtime. All right, overtime. Because it was getting a little closer, but we are starting to pull away a little bit. But it's still a really, really close game. 2-point game. Come on, guys. Don't make me hop in this game. Don't make me hop in this game. And we win by 3. James Harden with 32 points. It's crazy how they have all this talent, man. But the series is tied up. Let's take that 2-1 lead right now. Come on, guys. We need games like this is what I need, man. James Harden, 29. That's what I need, man. Go up 3-1 and we can pack these boys up right now. Pack these boys up right now. Close game. Really close game. They have the lead on us. Oh my gosh, bro. I don't get how this team came into existence. They win by 6. Series is tied up again. We have to take that 3rd game lead, unless we're screwed. Because this team is so freaking stacked right now. Oh my gosh, they win by 2 freaking points. Come on, guys. Don't let me go out sad like this. We gotta win a championship. It's the final season, and we smack them and blow them out in this game. James Harden with a light 30 pack, 7-9 from the 3-point line. You let us see that. See, these are the numbers that I actually need, man. These are the numbers that I actually need, and we're able to force a game 7. And once again, this is not going to be an easy thing, because look at that matchup, man, in that front court. It's going to be a problem for us, but I'm banking on James Harden and really RJ Barrett. Like, Barrett has to go off. Like, who was even their shooting guard? I already forgot. But this is also a really, really close game, and we're actually starting to pull away a little bit, but it's still relatively close. It's really close. Actually, we're only up by 5 points. Yeah. I think it's time for me to hop in, man. I think it's time for me to hop in. Wiseman is leading us in scoring. But as far as the Lakers, I mean, how are the Lakers doing as far as the scoring goes? Yeah, Kyrie's going off. Let's hop in the game. let's hop in the game, man. We got to shut these boys down. LeBron on Cade is going to be a problem. We got to do better at getting rebounds. Like, that's where we actually lack at, is our rebounding. You would think with Wiseman being 7'1" and like Mitchell being like 7 foot, rebounds shouldn't really be our problem, if we're being honest. Like, it honestly shouldn't be. But here's LeBron. Stop this, man. Good steal by Cade Cunningham. Here's James Harden. I ain't gonna count, man. I'm cheesing with James Harden. Kyrie can't guard this, man. He can't guard this, man. We're legitimately having fun. Oh, that's don't double team me. And one. Why are you double teaming me, leaving Mitchell Robinson wide open in the actual paint? And it's green. So we take this 6-point lead. Now running this thing up, good block by James Harden right there, man. I'm telling you, man. That, like, okay, I don't know how that happened, but once again, that James Harden matchup, we had to take advantage of it, and that's what we're doing. We're going right to the rack. Let's get it. We draw the foul. I wish we would have got the and one, but yeah, this is definitely the matchup that we have to abuse because James Harden is a good ball handler. He's good at getting to the line, and even the announcers know it as well. James Harden is a master at drawing that foul. Here's Harden again. Kyrie, just move. Just move. He's going right to the rack. 3-point play. And at this point, you guys already know the vibes, man. We're going to be walking out of here with an NBA championship. And it feels so good, man. Knicks fans, let me know how you guys feel about this rebuild. Right now, we're just playing around and just dribbling. But the Knicks are NBA champs. How does that feel, guys? If you guys enjoyed this video, like it up. And we're going to be going over the team in a little while. But I think for the most part, we didn't go extremely crazy with any of our trades. I feel like Houston has a chance. Like, there's a small chance that James Harden does request a trade. And if the Knicks' young core wins a lot of games and makes the playoffs and shows that they are functional, a lot of guys would not be opposed to going to the Knicks. But it seems like for the past, like, 30 years, they've, for the most part, been pretty dysfunctional. So it's definitely not crazy. And I definitely don't think that James Harden is just 100% staying with Houston. So I like us picking up James Harden. It makes sense. He's always going to a big city. And James Wiseman, man, like that cyber fist. And James Harden wins his first championship and his first Finals MVP. And he's a Knick. But anyways, guys, I enjoyed this, man. Like, this was a really, really fun rebuild. We had so many opportunities to make this into the greatest team of all time. But that would have messed up the entire vibe. Like, I really wanted to be able to justify every single move that we made in this video and make it at least semi-realistic for the most part. And even some of those draft trades weren't even all that crazy. So Kyrie led them in scoring. He dropped 30. And I mean, LeBron definitely could have played better. And as far as the, the Rockets go, James Harden was just incredible. Like, there's no other way of putting it. He was really incredible. So was James Wiseman. So was Kyra Lewis. Cade was doing his thing as well. The whole squad was just going crazy on us. And James Harden, his stats for the entire series, because you guys already know, he went crazy. 29 points, 3 boards, 6 assists. He shot incredible from the field and from the 3. And I'm happy that we were able to pick him up, man. But don't worry, Steph Curry was that backup. But I feel like having James Harden adds a different aspect to this entire team. Our final roster was James Harden, Barrett, Mitchell Robinson, James Wiseman. We had Scotty Barnes, Cade Cunningham. The squad was fire, guys. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to go ahead and drop a like on it. That really helps out the channel. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe as well. And also, if you guys want to check out some of the other videos on this channel, a playlist is going to appear on the screen right now. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later on. Peace, guys.